Hello, John Bloodworth, Gentleman Crafter here with a bit more information about Artspira, the app for scan and cut and embroidery machines. So basically today is launch day, the 27th of September for that app. So I've been able to download, install and have a poke around. So I'm just going to show you my initial explorations, and then hopefully in the future I'll be able to get a bit more of a handle on it and show you more in depth some of the things that can be done with it. So let me just crack on with that and then let me know what you think. So once you've downloaded the app from your app store, you basically tap on the icon, and then we were unsure if you could log in with your Canvas Workspace account. Turns out you can. So I'll pop in my details here and then click login. Obviously I'm not going to reveal my password, wink wink. There's also a forgotten password link there if you've forgotten your password for Canvas Workspace. Now there's the usual end user license agreement, and like any normal human being, I will very quickly scroll through it without reading and then tap on I've read and agreed to the end user license agreement. You'll then be asked to enter an email address where you want a confirmation code sent to, which they've called a PIN code, and you'll retrieve that from your email and type it into the PIN code section here. Now there's an overlay thing, but I just clicked the X to get rid of that. Then it says tell us about yourself. So I've said that I've got a cutting machine and that everything interests me. Tick, 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 tick. Now I don't normally blow my own trumpet, but when it got to the skill level bit at the bottom, I decided I was an expert. You could choose whatever. I don't think it really matters. It's just a bit of information about you so they know who's using the apps. Now, again, there was an overlay when I got to this, but I just clicked the X to get rid of that. And then I went into machine settings because I wanted to see which machines would be supported. Now, I've got two machines registered to my account. And to help me understand which was which, because one was showing as usable and one was showing as not usable, I went to my Canvas Workspace account, and you can match them up with the numbers. So basically, CM models are not compatible, but my SDX 1200 is compatible. There's also a bit of an update to Canvas Workspace to add registered sewing machines, because some of these are going to have the My Connection thing enabled so that you can transfer information directly to your embroidery machine. Some will need you to send it directly or use the Artspira app. But anyway, so my SDX is compatible. And it looks like any SDX machine will be, as there's a small update to the machines as well. Now, going above and beyond that, just on the home screen here, you've got access to cutting files and embroidery files at the top, a magazine, and then down the bottom, just some pattern recommendations for you. Bear in mind this is recommending both embroidery and cutting files, but to see the cutting files, I decided to pop in there. But first, yes, cutting designs. So there's various categories. Some of these do not appear in Canvas Workspace, so some of these are brand new designs that we haven't had before. And what you would do is select one and then tap create. It will load it on a mat. Now, as far as I've been able to gather, there are no editing options here. But when you get over to your machine, you may have some. And then you would just transfer it like you would with Canvas Workspace. Just transfer. Now, above and beyond that, there is a magazine, which basically has step-by-step projects in it. And I forget the frequency these are going to be released, but there will be new editions on a regular basis, as well as new cutting files loaded as well. Now, a good thing about this is it basically has everything all in one place. You've got everything you need, and then you've actually got direct access to the cutting pattern as well. So you can literally cut and create on the go during this project. And it also then tells you how to retrieve that and where to place things on your mat, to load the mat, and then obviously to get things out of the machine and then it just works through the whole project step by step. So if you're unsure and you want a bit of extra inspiration, something to try out, I think that magazine is actually going to be very, very useful. Now, favorites, I haven't figured out how to save a favorite yet. My Creations doesn't appear at this time to link to your Canvas Workspace storage, but anything you save in the app will be available there. Now, when it comes to actual designing tools, the designing tools here are designed for embroidery machines. So they're not actual designing tools for cutting files, as far as I can gather. Anything in relation to cutting appliques and stuff, I believe will be done via something else. As I say, this is literally me just exploring the app right now as I'm speaking, so I wouldn't panic too much if I'm wrong. The stitch simulator basically just shows you how the design is going to stitch out, and you have the option down the bottom of the screen to share that stitch out on your social media channels. So whatever apps you've got installed on your device, you can share it via those. It's kind of fun. And then you get the option to transfer that to your embroidery machine. You've also got a bit of information there about the design. So that's basically the app in a nutshell. There is a tiny update to your Scan and Cut DX machines, and if you've got auto update available or enabled, you'll see that when you next turn your machine on. You would tap on the icon, click update, and then obviously it will go through its update process. And then basically, from what I have been able to poke around and look at, the major update is basically a change to this icon top right, where it used to show Canvas Workspace. It now shows the data pocket, indicated by a pocket. I did have a quick look through the settings, not too much in depth, but I couldn't see anything specific to this particular feature. Obviously, certain machines that have been released recently may have the My Connection option enabled, which allows you to transfer directly to your embroidery machine. Anyway, that's about it. So there we go, a useful app, even if just for the magazine part and the extra bonus cutting files. Sadly, I haven't seen a way of getting those transferred anywhere if you have a CM machine, but it does look like it supports the whole range of SDX machines for the cutting files and for the magazine projects. Bear in mind it's day one. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but that's the initial look around that I've been able to do this morning. Okay, do bear in mind I've got a full Udemy course based on both CM and SDX machines. Sadly, it won't cover the My Connection feature because I can't afford a £12,000 embroidery machine, but everything else is covered. So if you're ever in need, please feel free to come and enroll. In the meantime, thanks as always for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe for future content. Bye for now.